Hello, welcome to Nephtara Grace. If you're new, welcome in. If you've been here before, welcome back. So we're going to start with a conversation that the ancestors, want to bring forward. The Most High is behind the conversation, but it's the ancestors and the Orishas who are pushing this message out. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go back to there's a new sheriff in town. There's a new sheriff in town. You probably, if you listen to other readers on YouTube, maybe hearing them say this as well, because that's the energy and that's the vibe out here. It's coming out in the cards. It's in the astrology. There's a new sheriff in town. Okay. What the hell are we talking about and what do we mean? Well, first of all, there is what for years we've been calling disclosure, but there's an exposure happening. Again, this is coming up in all well, I can't say all the readings because I don't watch all these tarot readers. Maybe y'all do, I don't. Okay, and I don't recommend you watch a bunch of tarot readers. Pick the 3, 4, 5 that your spirit resonates with. The ancestors say rock with them, and you rock with them, and expect to shift who you listen to as you grow. Okay, so as you grow and flow on your spiritual path, you're going to find yourself unsubscribing from some readers, subscribing to others, circling back when y'all, because the idea of tarot is not to predict a future. It's not to give you answers. It is to confirm when you are in alignment or not. Okay, that's what that is. We'll have to wrap another time about tarot in the Bible. Okay, we're not going to talk about that today. Today, what they want to talk to you about is the exposure that's happening all around you. The divine wants you to know this exposure happening at this time is how you know there's a new sheriff in town. What's being exposed is what has been happening. And now that is over. So everything that has been happening has to come to light. That's just that's contract work, right? Y'all ever work on a contract? You sign up to do something. There's your scope of work. You do that shit or not, okay? And at the end of your contract, you got to produce your results. That's what we're seeing right now all around us, is we're seeing the impact or the results produced from the contracts that got signed. You feel me? You heard what I'm saying? Okay. So now we know the work is over because they showing us the proof. We're seeing the proof of what they did and didn't do. So that contract is over. There's a new sheriff in town. There's somebody new. There's a new, I did this reading, y'all just got to keep up. So there's new. Now there's a new energy, a new being, a new entity will be adjudicating in this realm. Okay, new contract signed, new scope of work laid forth. But what has happened, the work that has been done, must be brought to light and then reviewed. And that's what we're doing right now. So we're in this review process. We're looking at, okay, well, we hired such and such and so and he, him and him and them and all of them for the job. And this is what they said they was doing, and these are the results they produced. Okay, well, I'm gonna speak for, I think, the human collective. I think I can do that in this case and say we're not happy with the work they've produced. I think I speak for all of us, except for them, of course. We're not happy with the work they produced. According to we're not pleased. None of us in any language. I have multi-ethnic DNA, so I think I can speak for many of us. We're not pleased. We don't like the results that got produced. We don't like the way they worked. We don't like what they did. We don't like what they didn't do. Okay, so we're actually looking forward to this new sheriff in town. Here's what matters to you. You want to remember that it flows downhill, right? Water flows downhill. It flows downhill. So when you look around your everyday, and I was just present too, I like to live in beautiful places. I have my Venus is in Taurus. I like to live in beautiful places. So I usually end up living either in the mountains or in a touristy area somewhere, like but out in the woods. And anyway, because I like to wake up to natural beauty. That's my jam. Okay. And so I often live in pretty rural places, but somehow there still be foolishness. I think I'm about to move to the cows and the trees, and it's like shots fired. What the hell are we talking about? But that is 100% the byproduct of it flowing downhill. And the people that got hired to do a job, whatever, listen, I didn't sign that contract. I don't know what the hell they agreed to, but what I can tell you is based on what is being revealed is their results during their tenure. I'm not pleased. I'm not pleased. Okay. So I want you to consider that whatever you're seeing around you, including your own choices, have been heavily influenced by whoever's been sitting at the top making those choices. You have to be very strong. Say the word with me. You have to be sovereign to not be influenced by whoever is sitting above you. You'd have to be a sovereign entity yourself to not be influenced by the people sitting above you. I can tell you for a motherfucking fact, 98% of y'all ain't sovereign. Okay, so that's something we're going to address another time, but that's what they want you to start thinking about. Okay, why? Because there's a new sheriff in town, but you're still not sovereign. Hello. So it doesn't matter who the new sheriff is. I promise you, it doesn't matter. You're still not sovereign. So the best you can do at this point is hope and pray that whoever the new sheriff is a decent person. The best you can do is hope and pray that the new contract involves some type of cleanup work. Now, here's what I recommend to you as a shaman and medicine woman and your, YouTube friend. Get sovereign. Claim your personal sovereignty. And if you don't know what that looks like, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you need to get on my website and book a session with me. Okay? Get sovereign. Be your own influencer. Carry your own energy. Be your own entity. Okay? That way, regardless of who's out here doing what, they have to reckon with you as something outside of them, something separate from them. Because what you don't want and I refuse to have is somebody, I don't know, pick a name, any name out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Pick any of them names. I refuse to walk up to one of those people and have them recognize me as the same as them. All right. That was a discourse to get us started. Let me get some runes out here. Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels, gods and goddesses, ascendant masters, those who walk with me every day. All you legions of light. Thank you for protecting me as I channel messages for this tribe. For showing me what I need to see and telling me what I need to know so I can support the tribe as we live, learn, thrive, and grow. As above, so below, and so it is because it is so. That's what they want to talk about, the ancestors and the Orishas. They said they need to know. They need to know that they've been experiencing what they've been experiencing because the people who was at the top calling the shots, that's what they was into. So that's what your life looked like. But there's a new sheriff in town. But guess what? People still ain't free. So whoever the new sheriff is just, yo, you know what I'm saying? Your contract just changing hands. You don't even know who's holding the new contract. Wake up. Wake up. I'm not going to say all that because then people would listen. You already know. Don't even get me. Y'all do not get me in trouble today. Anyway. The runes. Othila. Because we did the ancestors. There's there's 6 runes today. Okay, that's significant. Othila. Thurisaz. Othila is ancestors. Thurisaz, sorry. Ancestors, Othila, Thurisaz. Thor, but it's protection. It's a strong hold protection. It's like if you look at it, Thurisaz for me always looks like a thorn. Like it's like very, very, where algaes is spiritual protection and sanctuary is very defensive. This is more offensive for me. This is like get back. Awaz, death, dreaming, magic, the tree of life, like anything that's mystical, magical, the magical mystery tour is coming to take you away with this one. This is faith. Everybody knows this one. It's wealth, abundance, cattle, literally, but wealth and abundance, because that's what it means for us now. Burkana, or let me turn this. Okay, yeah. birth. So something new is happening. This is the mother energy. This is goddess energy. This is earth energy. Hagalas, this is air energy. This is transformation and change. But it's, again, it's something like, it's transformation that's in the air. It's not an internal shift like death would be. Like, this would be like something internal shifting. This is something in the environment shifting. All right. It's definitely as above, so below, as within, so without with these runes right now. That's what I'm picking up on. There's something about how things are in the higher realms is how they're about to be here. Okay. So let's talk about that just for a moment in relation to what I just said. So I can tell you that the new sheriff, you guys got lucky. The new sheriff is actually, things are going to change. That's for sure. But I don't want you to think of the new sheriff as good while the other ones were bad. That's not what's happening here. You're trading an imbalance for an energy that's balanced. Okay, so the new sheriff is a very balanced energy. I think we did this in that reading where I talked about that originally. So this is a balanced energy. So it's going to take everybody a moment to find their footing because we've been living within imbalance for so long. Again, I'm always going to promote personal sovereignties. That way, regardless of who is the overlord, I don't know what you want to call it. There's so many different names for it. But whoever's energy is actually, the container for this realm, you get to interact from a place that's really, really authentic given who you are. Okay. All right, those are the runes. Let's get a theme out here. I don't want to get into that. I'm going to have to do a podcast for y'all. The moon. I've got some live streams coming up. Maybe, I think this is one of those. I think sovereignty is one of the live streams. And the sun. What? Y'all, I was talking about 2 cards came out. The moon and sun. I'm trying to. So something. What was hidden comes to light. I mean. Also the balance, right? Like I always tell people, you can't, everywhere you have light, you're going to have shadow. The only place where there is no shadow is in the darkness. That's it. That's it. So if you don't want a shadow, you need to go sit in the dark. I'll be there. I'll meet you there. But the moment you step into the light, you have a shadow. That's how that works. That's how that works. Okay. The brighter the light, the bigger your shadow. So this balance of polarities is that's what's coming in. That's the shift. And we needed this shift. When we were living with all of this stuff that was hidden behind the scenes, it's a lot of injustice, right? Just a lot of injustice everywhere. And so when we talk about, I think that's the other thing I was talking to the ancestors about this morning, is they were talking about no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. And I was like, dang, it seems like justice has been delayed, and I know from a higher perspective, it hasn't been delayed. It just feels that way. But again, that's the importance of personal sovereignty. Justice took what it took because so many of us were giving our free will over to these entities. And so they had the power, the strength that they needed to persist, to prevail. So it's like we might have been saying out of one side of our face, hey, we don't like the evil that we see being done. We want justice. We're going to do whatever we're going to do. But in reality, when it came to energy exchange, we were still pouring our energy into those same entities and regimes. That's what personal sovereignty resolves for you. Like when you can align your word, your will, and your actions, not only are you a bad motherfucker, but that type shit won't happen. Like it won't occur for you. And when we can do that collectively, it will not occur for us collectively. Okay? Storm feels. Okay, so this is a tower card. This is a fancy tower. What is that? Number 9. Yeah. Because something's over. I feel like I channeled and now everything is just gonna. All right, let's see these cards. That's a big deck. Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain, the number 22. Lost in Space, needing direction, number 36. Another number 9. Yeah. Crown Games, the number 8. The right use of power. Absolutely. That's what's, yeah. Okay. Damn, number 9 again. Repairing the veil. Forgiveness. This is, listen. Wow. How many ways can we get the number 9? Stars in the Sky, Limitless Possibility, the number 51, giving us the number 6. This is beautiful. I love this, especially with the sun and the moon being the theme. This is gorgeousness. Okay, so I like this oracle reading because I feel like it's pretty clear. You know, as we get done exposing, which is where we are right now, going through, we're literally going through a storm collectively. You know, then the next thing is finding our direction. Because like I'm saying, when you don't have personal sovereignty, you really are living at the whims and the whatever of whoever is in charge. Okay. You know, and at some point we're going to have to reckon with forgiving ourselves, primarily forgiving ourselves for allowing our own individual lives to look the way they've looked under this foolishness. Forgive ourselves as a collective for not standing up sooner, for not speaking up sooner, for not stopping. Because here's the thing, it's not that we didn't know, it's that we didn't want to look. We're going to have to forgive that shit. It's not enough to punish the people that we think, oh my God, they're so bad, they're so wrong, let's punish them. We're going to also have to forgive ourselves. Okay. And that's going to lead to transmuting the pain. And like I said, you know, I happen to know, you heard it here, the new sheriff in town is a balanced energy. So you're about to see what it looks like, what this looks like, the right use of power. This is what is happening. This is the balance that's occurring. And when the right use of power is in place, then there's literally limitless possibility. Okay. And again, the runes, I feel like the runes are just, they're saying that, like as above, so below, as within, so without. So there is a higher court, there's a higher realm, there's a higher way of doing things that is now, we're about to experience it here. It's not fully, but it is absolutely like the beginning of new earth, or the beginning of heaven here on earth, however you choose to translate that energy into your own sphere. Let's get a goddess out here and then get into some tarot. Oh my gosh. Guys, I have another breve here. I haven't even had a sip of it. I know it's going to be good though. I use this oat milk creamer that's so good. Maya Illusion. Let's just, this is wild. Number 35, getting us to number 8. Y'all know Maya. The illusion. The Matrix. That's what she represents. She's the goddess of the Matrix. Number 8. You're literally about to see this illusion shift so that you can experience the right use of power. We're going to call that experience justice. When we see the right use of power collectively, we're going to go, oh, justice is finally being served. Okay, just so you know. Just so you know. Maya also asked for you to become accountable for where you have been knowingly living in an illusion in your life. And I was speaking about that before. Even when the illusion is insidious. It is everywhere. It is a lot of times in a lot of ways, especially until you become sovereign, inescapable. But at some point you do know you're in an illusion. At some point you do know that you're dealing with something that isn't real. So Maya not only asks you to recognize that in yourself, but also recognize it around you. Like don't be afraid to call what's fake. It's our unwillingness to call it fake that keeps it in place. And we go, oh, it's not fine. It's not fine. People are not okay. Something I got really good at in 2020 was saying I'm not okay, and that's okay. And I brought that to the people in my life as well, because I'm someone who, no, I'm okay. In 2020, I was like, I am not okay. And that's okay that I'm not okay. So I offer that back because I feel like we're in a space again collectively where we need to be with that we're not okay. And that's okay. As my guides tell me, sometimes it's appropriate to be angry. Wrath is an appropriate experience at times. How you express it, you have to be responsible for at all times, okay? But yeah, anger is real. It's an emotion for a reason. We get to experience it, we get to express it, and that's what it is. Let me get some messages out here from the tarot, please. Specifically, we're talking about personal sovereignty out here, but also I feel like a lot of the collective is really in that lost in space, needing direction part. So let's see what we can get for you. The Magician. As above, so below, as within, so without. A reminder that your thoughts, feelings, and words are creating the reality around you. The Magician is literally the card of manifestation. Okay. And notice how the Magician has all the suits. He's got the cups, the coins, the swords, and the wands. So the Magician literally has everything they need to manifest what they need. Okay. First card of the deck. I love that. That's number one. New beginning. That's number one. And that's the other thing. There's a balance here because this Magician has everything they need. There's a balance here. I want to put that there because I feel like we're about to step into a future that seems very magical because the new sheriff is so balanced. So again, I feel like we're about to experience magic. Now, do I feel like everybody is going to experience this? Yes. But I feel like they're going to have a different experience of the experience, if that makes sense. So people that are what we would call low vibrational, they're just stuck in fear. They believe that fear is the only way forward. They're going to freak out because things are going to seem to magically change overnight. They're going to be suspicious. They're going to freak out. They're going to be like, what is this? This is crazy. This is more the same. They're going to be really stuck in this is more the same because now that we know how people are, we can't trust anybody. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. Okay. People who are able to hold their own vibration will be able to sit in this new energy and go, this is different. I wonder if I can move differently inside of this different energy. Let me see. Okay. There's that response. And then there are the people who are personally sovereign, who are literally going to keep doing what they've been doing this whole time because they're sovereign. They literally are existing outside of the matrix. There are people who exist outside of the matrix. You should join us. It's great. It's great over here. Now, it's not overly populated, as you can imagine. But we're here. So expect that as well. Expect for people to handle things differently than the person next to them. Don't think, see, we're in the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius represents the collective, but not in the way that you think. Okay. Aquarius represents a collective where everyone gets to benefit what works for them. That's what makes it so future thinking. It's not the collective like, oh, we're all in this together like a water sign. It's air over water. Okay. So Aquarius is a collective where everybody still gets to be individually and uniquely expressed. That includes the experience. Look at Justice at the bottom of the deck. That includes, y'all just watch me shuffle those cards. That includes how we experience this new energy. Some people want to experience the new energy as something that's distrustful. They get to. Some people want to experience the energy as something that's fucking magical, life-changing. They get to. Everybody gets to have the experience they want to have. Oh, dang. Oh, he didn't fall all the way down. That was good. Page of Cups and the Ace of Swords. The Page of Cups is a new opportunity that we, right here in the cups, that it's leading to emotional fulfillment ultimately. But it's new. It's at its beginning stages, and there's some clarity about this now. Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The Fool. It's look, they have the Fool out here with the Magician and the Page of Cups. It's a lot of new beginning energy out here, right? That reminds me, I'm supposed to put that song for y'all in the comments. The Dominique of Dominique Filami, New Beginnings. It's so good. I'm gonna put it in the comments for you. It's so good. It's so good. Magician, Page of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Fool. I'm hearing that song. What's Bobby's name? Bobby whatever. Anyway, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Yeah, it's gonna be a bright sunny day. Look at the sun over there, y'all. This is, illusion. The moon is out here. It's out here. So you got to take what resonates, right? Because we've been having a macro level conversation, but don't forget, as above, so below, as within, so without. That's why I keep saying that. So these cards, the tarot cards, are honing in on the micro of this. So in your individual life, there's something that is being seen clearly. It was hidden before. It's not anymore. Two of Pentacles. After the Fool. What's that Two of Pentacles about? Following the Fool. A world. Okay, so somebody was at odds. Something was split. Something was, I'm going to say split attention. You know, that's a fancy way of saying juggling something. But when I say juggling, juggling could be anything, right? I have two kids 18 months apart, okay? For a couple years there, every single moment of my life was a Two of Coins moment. You understand? Okay, this and now that, and that and now this, and that's just how it was. Okay, I have the experience of having this type of energy between work and relationship. So sometimes this is work-life balance, right? And sometimes somebody's got options in their life and they go back and forth between their options. But that's what that is. It's having to. It's like having two balls in the air. Okay, it's not balanced yet. The Two of Coins is not balanced yet. But there's multiple things happening. The world says that whatever that is has come to an end. That cycle is complete, and now we're ready for the Ten of Cups, which this is the fulfillment of this Page of Cups, by the way. All right, now somehow when we went from 1 to 10, so we quantum leap somewhere. Somewhere we jumped a bunch of cups, and now we are at the 10. But it looks like what's interesting, all that had to happen to get from the beginning of emotional fulfillment to the realization of it was to let go of the back and forth. King of Cups. King of Coin, Hangman, and the Ace of Cups. Tell me more. The Nine of Cups. Yeah, let's just say that this is about cups. Let's call this a reading around emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. There's a whole lot of cups out here. Out here, out here. I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. There's a King of... let me put it like this. Something cleared up. There was some illusion in the air that is now gone. Keep it 100. There was some type of... My guys make fun of me. Y'all, one of these angels is mimicking me, and it's got me cracking up over here. Janky ass spell work. Okay, leave me alone. But there was some janky ass spell work in the air. And it was clouding the vision here. There was cloudy vision. It was blurry. It was blurred vision. That's cleared up. Again, somebody couldn't tell the difference between this or that. They were like, better one, better two. They're like, I don't know. They're the same. It's the same to me. But that's over. And now someone sees wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, like they can see it clearly. It's not confusing. What happened? A 7 of Wands. Something about defending. Something about being on guard. What else, please? Two of Swords. This is almost like not knowing which direction the attack is going to come from, but just it's giving protection. That's interesting. Yeah. I'm seeing a bubble within a bubble. It's like if you can imagine, imagine you are in a bubble of protection and then somebody sends a smoke something at you to try to, you know, like gas, right? But you're already in this bubble, so it's not gonna get to you. But it's so much gas that's just like nobody can see anything for a moment because they're trying to gas you out, right? And so it takes a moment for all that to clear to see, oh, you're completely unaffected by this. Oh, well, yeah, like that. What else? Queen of Wands. I'm hearing you burn through the illusion. Yeah, look the okay. That's interesting. So I would say that you saw through the illusion, but I think they're right. You burned through it. I'm looking at this card and the sun is on here like 4 times. 5, 6 times. Damn. Can y'all see all those suns? There's 3 right here. 3 suns right there. There's this big one right here. There's a 2 on this lioness. Like the world here. The sun and the moon. And this Queen of Wands is coming out on top of the world and the 2 of Coins. She's straddling those 2 cards, the way that I read tarot. Yeah, you burned through. There's some type of protective layer you have. That's interesting. It's like, I'm going to only share some of what I'm getting because I feel like it's very personal to whoever you. But there's some type of coating around you. I know how that sounds, but a coating that burns. It's like acid. There's some acid. You have this acidic coating on you that is burning through spell work. That's crazy as hell. But I see it though. That's brilliant. I like, oh, well, the first card is the Magician. So there's that. But okay. Well, I guess you're a real magician because that's some cool shit right there. I mean, this shit is just eating spells, like eating holes into spells, and that's crazy. I've never seen anything like that. That is wild. Oh my God. Shit. They need to stop. I don't know who doing this, but they need to stop. Okay, 2 of Wands. Oh my God. The 2 of Swords, the 2 of Coins, now the 2 of Wands. Y'all, this was the last reading. It was a bunch of 2s. That last reading I posted, I think it was a bunch of, all 4 2s came out in the last reading. I'm trying to tell you, something coming together. The sun and the moon. There's something is balancing. This is wild. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know if I want to talk about that though. We're going to see a significant change in the celestial bodies as well. That's what I will say. We're going to see, we already do, but it's different. We're going to start seeing the sun and the moon. What? Rise and set together. So that's crazy. Okay, let me keep going. Yeah, this Queen of Wands, this Two of Wands is no joke. This some pit bull energy right here. Damn, with the death. Yeah, this Queen of Wands right here, this Queen of Wands is no joke. Yo, I'm telling you, like, this Queen of Wands is no joke. I'm just, with this Two of Wands and the death right here, this your new sheriff in town right here. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, because there you is. Because the energy is like, something mythical came to life. Like, I don't know if it's like whoever was throwing that janky ass spell work who's just picking up on this ain't the one. It's not going, because the other thing I'm telling you, this Queen of Wands is no joke. This Queen of Wands is commanding armies of the dead. This queen, I'm just trying to tell you what's happening over here. This Queen of Wands is like, she's not, whoever this is, them, shims, they, it's like laser focused. Look at her face. That face, and to have the Two of Wands come out after that with the death, I'm telling you. This is, let's say, stop at nothing. Well, this right here will stop at nothing. Look at the faces of the lionesses on either side of her. Ready. Will stop at nothing. On the world, the Two of Wands. See, oof. Let me keep going. What the hell? This is crazy. The sun and the moon. This is wild. That Queen of Coins. Oh, that's an interesting placement. Tell me about this Queen of Coins. The Chariot. Okay. The Ten of Coins, the Lovers, and the Star. Dang. Somebody, this King of Cups can now clearly see this Queen of Wands and is literally about to, Three of Coins, show up with some type of, yeah, on top of the Nine of Cups, Seven of Wands, show up with some type of opportunity to join forces, to collaborate. There's the Hierophant and the Empress. Y'all see that? They tried to come out, but it got stuck. So, too many cards. Four Swords. Whatever this opportunity to collaborate is, it will allow this Queen of Wands to, I'm going to say, not, I don't know, I think it's just, it's more or less going to allow the Queen of Wands to focus. King of Coins out here with this Queen of Coins. it's like the King of Cups wants to love, cherish, and provide for this Queen of Wands, so the Queen of Wands can continue to focus. This is Eight of Wands and the Temperance. Yeah, there's some type of communication coming in. There's some type of message. Someone's been Temperance. Someone's been Temperance on the Death too. Damn. I don't know. It's almost like this Queen of Wands is so assertive and independent. This King of Cups has taken their time kind of sorting out the best way to come in, because they're very committed to maintaining the balance. Like there's something about how this Queen of Wands operates that this King of Cups isn't trying to upset. Like they want to, so the last reading I did, they want to support, not distract. Page of Coins. That this is some type of opportunity. They see this as an opportunity. Page of Coins, Chariot. There's something. It's like this person believes in this Queen of Wands, like they can do something that is going to change the game and level up the players. Oh, that's a lot. Who is this? Page of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Swords. Two pages together. It's just people who are watching. They want to know. Give me this Queen of Cups, King of Swords combo, please. Five of Wands. Okay. So there's somebody I'm hearing from your past that is not... They're watching and they're not okay with this. It's like they're watching you. They're watching this Queen of Wands. They're either, listen, you gotta take it resonates, but somebody from the past is watching. I think I'm picking up, it's both people's past persons. Both this King of Cups past person and the Queen of Wands past person are not happy about this. And they are both watching. The King of Cups past person is upset. I guess the Queen of Cups is trying to offer, I'm hearing a false new beginning, but the King of Cups is not having it. This King of Swords over here feels like he's been defeated. That's not a word. But like outmaneuvered and outranked by this Queen of Wands. But that's why this Queen of Wands is still so on guard, because she was just in some type of battle with this King of Swords. And it's like this King of Cups, King of Coins wants to come in and say, hey, you can chill and morph into your Queen of Coins self now. You don't need to be on guard anymore. Like that's the vibe out here. Okay. The Empress. Well, there she is. And 8 of Wands and Temperance, yeah. Now, both these past people, the Queen of Cups, they're very upset because they can see. I don't know, y'all. It's like everybody can see the truth right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, shit. Where'd that card go? It's the Knight of Swords. Well, I hope somebody don't go overboard like that. Okay, well, what's the... Oh. Knight of Swords, 10 of Wands, which is a heavy burden of responsibility, and the Knight of Wands. So, that's weird, though. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's given. It's okay. It's given these past people, I'm going to say both of them, were so insecure in the relationship that they sabotaged the relationship because they were insecure. Both the Queen of Cups and particularly this King of Swords felt inferior in their relationships. They felt like they were not on the same level as their counterpart. And so they were reckless. They behaved recklessly. They ruined the relationship they had with unnecessary drama and burdens. That's just what I'm hearing, so that's what I'm going to say. And with the Knight of Wands here, like, this was just like the 10 of Wands sitting in between the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. This was fucking foolishness. A lot of fucking foolishness. Like, oh, repeated foolishness, okay, is what this was. Let's go. 7 of Coins. The Lovers. I'm not trying to show anything. The Sun. Yeah. It's like now everybody, now it's just clear for everybody who's investing in what. Kind of like I said earlier, like we're at a point now where what people have been doing is being exposed. I got something in my eye. We can now see what people have been doing behind the scenes. This is the same thing at this micro level. It's now like everybody can see, okay, well, these people over here, they quick to rush into foolish situations. They quick to sabotage shit. They're probably not the people to be in a relationship with. That's not who you want to invest in. Meanwhile, this person over here is loyal, patient, loving. That's who you want to invest in. These things are now clear and clearly seen by everybody. Knight of Coins. Yeah, the choices people are making is their strength. So it's taking a while to overcome something, taking a while to build something up. That's too many cards, y'all. 3 of Cups. It's like now that you have, it's time to celebrate. The Hangman. Yeah, there's a choice. It's like, while others were quick to jump into stupid choices, you were quick to invest in yourself. That's beautiful. The Star. And now, ooh, on top of the Lovers. Oof, on top. And now your energy is like coming out as a star, which is brilliant because that you invested in yourself. You didn't invest in third-party relationships. You didn't invest in your ego. You didn't invest in none of that shit. Okay, Housewives by Boss. You didn't buy none of that shit. Queen of Swords and the 10 of Coins. So that's what you're reaping, and you know that. You know that, and you can see it clearly, regardless of what anybody else sees about you. You can see because you know what you invested in. I just did this reading. Like, people didn't see what the seed that you planted, but they're about to. They're about to see 10 coins pop up. Like, what? Where the hell did that come from? Don't worry about it. With this Queen of Swords here touching the Sun and the Lovers, you've always known something. There's something you've always known. Has to do with this Ten of Coins and the Sun and the Knight of Coins. What have you always known? Wheel of Fortune. Damn. It's like you always knew that the coins and cups were directly related, is what I'm picking up. Some people think coins or material wealth come from swords, like your thoughts, or come from wands, your actions. But it's like you intuitively knew as a Queen of Swords that coins and cups go together. Money flows where your emotion, you knew that. You knew that. And so you knew if you could change your emotional state, you could change your financial flow. You knew that. Tower. I told y'all it's a tower. What is that? Stormfield Tower. There it is. It's my favorite card. Where does that tower go? Over here? No, it goes over here. Okay. We got back to back. We got a Nine of Swords and a Knight of Cups. So someone's worried. They're going to do it anyway, but they're worried about it. Well, who's worried about it? Because somebody's rushing in with some type of worried about. Oh, that's interesting. Who would that be? A Page of Wands. What's up with this Knight of the Moon? And that's it, huh? But that's it. I mean, I get you don't know. You don't know. Listen, the bottom line is this King of Cups is coming in to make an offer to this Queen of Wands. They're nervous as all get out. Okay? They're nervous as fuck. But it is very much you don't know until you ask. You don't know until you try. And they don't know. That's the moon part of this. I feel like, you know, on the micro level, we get that, right? Like you can never know when you see something clearly, you're like, oh my God, that's my person. I got to go tell them. Yeah, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be unsure. That even if you care deeply about that person, and you might even know they care deeply about you, there's still a normal like response to that, okay? On the macro level, it's exactly what I said before. We may be having things exposed. There may be an opportunity for us to choose new leadership, but without personal sovereignty, you don't know what you're getting. The illusion is over, though. I mean, everybody can see who the players are. Everybody can see who's what. Everybody can see who's lied. Everyone can see who's truthful. It's like this was a combination of time. It really was time that exposed a lot of this. All right. But yeah, I'm going to leave the reading here. This has been your reading. I hope it brought you clarity and confirmation. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. Drop me a comment. Let me know if this resonated with you. And turn on your post notifications so the next time I drop a read, it will show up in your feed. Time is a construct. We make it up. You take what resonates. You leave the rest behind for the next person. Okay? And between now and the next time I drop a reading, trust your path, your process, and your purpose. Peace.